Hey guys, my name is Jack Redenz, EDS 206, and the title of my discussion today is Learning to Live. The reason I title it this way is that I believe we were all brought here to this earth to help others and to make the earth a better place. Although we need to learn from other people, and we need to learn how to understand other people so that we are able to help them. And D'Angelo's article, Leaning In, really helps us do that. She starts by saying, we as a culture do not know how to understand social group injustices. She gives the example that our culture says if we don't believe in them, we don't participate in them, which is so true. I mean, it brought many thoughts to my head, but the number one thing that it brought to my head was that we say we don't believe in the stereotype that women can't lead. But although, how many women are truly in charge? Like, we haven't had a single woman president. There is barely any women chancellors or high-ranking officials here in this country. And so it shows that inequality still exists. So she gives us 5 guidelines to dissolve these inequalities. 1 is strive for intellectual humility. 2 is recognize the difference between opinions and informed knowledge. Number 2 is look at broad societal patterns. Number 4 is notice how our own defensive reactions to gain deeper self-knowledge. And 5 is recognize our own social positionalities. I thought this article had so many great points, and I agreed with so many. But there was one that kind of stumped me up, and it was number 4, when she said, notice our own defensive reactions to gain deeper self-knowledge. And I believe that she's mixing defensive reactions and emotions with just trying to prove a point. And I believe she's getting that wrong. Because in her article, she says, but popular platitudes such as "I don't care if you're purple" are problematic for at least 2 reasons. And I disagree with that. Number 1, I would never say I don't care if you're purple. Like that's just wrong to say. But I mean, something that I get from that is that something that I would say. Something that I would say is that I would say that I don't care if you're a different race than me. I still love you the same, and I still see you as equal to myself. So I don't believe that is emotionally charged at all. So she kind of mixes emotions with making a point, and and that's just my view of it. And also, many people are not in touch enough with their emotions, I believe, to truly dive deeper into self-knowledge, and everybody has different emotions. So it's really tough to put that as a criteria to understand people, because we have to understand each other's emotions, and people have all different emotions. So that's something that's very hard. But one of the guidelines that I saw as being a challenge for me is to strive for intellectual humility. I'm a guy who likes to make others feel good, and to always agree with them, and to know that I'm there. And I want to become a school guidance counselor. So something I got to do is just be there for people and offer them advice and understand their situation. But I'm a person with learning. Is that I'll start here on the path, and then the rest of the class will be over here on the right path. And it takes me a while to catch up to them on the right path, but I will catch up with them. I just learn in a different way. So sometimes I have to stop being the yes man and always agreeing and shaking my head and nodding like, oh yes, I got it. But I have to work more on understanding it and to comprehend things. And then something I learned with having a stutter is that sometimes people don't always comprehend the things that you're saying. There's a lot of things that like people go, what, when I say. So over the course of time, like, it's been like a little fear of mine, that I don't want miscommunication, so I just agree on it, and I gotta stop doing that. So some of my strategies is to ask more questions and leave the emotions and fears behind of not understanding and making it an awkward situation. I need to ask more questions in the place that in the situation that I'm in, so I can understand where the other person's coming from, and so then I can offer them emotional support and advice and be there for them. But I need to just be there. I need to treat it like a math problem. Like, I'm solving a problem, and like I'm solving for X on how their life is different than mine. I need to put myself in their in their shoes while leaving emotion behind while I'm trying to figure out the problem, I believe, because that'll be much more successful, because then I can know and understand truly where they're coming from, so I can offer good insight. And my final thing is just listen to more to what they're saying. And something with stuttering is that I need to think when I talk more. Like, I need to think to breathe, just like that, and things such as that. So I forget, like, I need to be truly listening to what this person's saying. So in the future, as I try to overcome this shortcoming, and to strive for intellectual humility, I need to truly like open my ears more and just truly take in what the other person's saying, so that I will understand them and not be so concerned about what I'm about to say. Overall, great article, and thank you for the time.